Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. At the end of the last episode, I picked up a contract to recover science from the surface of Duna and decided to land our probe on it. That involves error braking, which is very interesting on a craft with no heat shields. So let's see how this goes, shall we? I've never really done error braking on Duna, to be honest with you. Well, I have. Obviously, I've landed on Duna, but normally it's I'm in a much lower orbit. We'd only have 1 minute of fuel at full thrust, so I do very much need to be dealing with things better. Wow, that's really white. Okay, let's look over there. Our apocalypse is coming down. Went down rather quickly as well, which is quite useful. I have got this set to automatically bring in my solar panels, but for some reason it's not doing that. Why are you not doing that? Landed, atmosphere, turn them off, base, turn them on. Why are you not doing that? Ah, because we can't retract those. Oh, that changes a few things. We can't retract them, which means that if I do go down there and they come off, this probe is dead. Absolutely dead in the water. Where's my signal going? My signal going that way, so it'll be okay. I don't think we'll ever get a broken signal. Okay. Let's go around again. Yeah, I'm thinking if I stay at this sort of height, the solar panels don't appear to want to break off, which is good. So around 30k seems okay. Duna's atmosphere is not very thick. It can take solar panels off though, so I have got to be careful with that. So I'm going to go around a couple of times doing this error braking, and hopefully I'm going to try and put it in a low orbit. Might need to boost myself up a little bit when I get there, but yeah, if we can get in a low orbit, then we're in a good place to try and figure out where to land. And after quite a few orbits, 4, 5, I think. Yep, 5. We actually did get sort of captured just on the way back out again, so I boosted ourselves back up, and we are now in orbit. So yeah, I'm thinking actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that down to 30 again, and we'll come down like this. Then we'll be on the bright side. That'll do. We'll be on the bright side of the planet, and hopefully we won't be running out of electric or anything going terribly wrong. I'm really not quite sure where I'm going to land or how I'm going to land. I obviously have no parachutes. It's all going to be on the engine. I'm hoping I've got enough fuel to do this. Duna's gravity isn't as strong as Kerbin's, but certainly isn't the Moon or Mimas. It is a planet, but I think we'll probably be okay. It'll be fine. Yeah, some very interesting cloud formations over the poles of Duna. Eve and Scatterer are doing their jobs there, but yeah, right. So here we are, captured. I think I'm basically just going to let the craft do its thing until I see heat build up on it, and then I'll fire the engine and slow us down, which probably mean we'll end up here somewhere, but I don't really care as long as it's on the surface of Duna. So let's fast forward time and see how this goes, because I think this time round we will. I think that will end up being captured, and we'll land somewhere between the two, so about here probably. but I need to be really careful to not lose any solar panels in the process. Now, over the North Pole. Right, so our orbital speed is starting to slow, which means we're getting much more drag on us. That's good. Very good. Obviously this is a very shallow descent. And there we go, we're capturing now. The camera did its whole wiggle bit. And we are most definitely coming down. I don't know where the atmosphere gets particularly thick, Duna. Right, we've switched over to surface mode automatically. That's good. And we are now flying low over the Midlands, so we can get some more science. That's extra good. The suicide burn distance went from like 200,000 down to about 15 a minute ago, so something's obviously been done quite interestingly here. Tempted to try and follow that. I think that might be the best of ideas here. It does say the suicide burn delta V is only 400 meters a second, which is awesome. I just don't want to lose these solar panels. I'm really hoping this slows down enough. I'm kind of hoping we'll be okay with it. Again, we're coming down nowhere flat, which isn't really a surprise, but would be nice. Yeah, we're very quick. Fire an engine now. Fire an engine now. Okay. Okay, yeah. That was fine. That was absolutely fine. What I was worried about there was just coming in too fast and the solar panels breaking off. All four of them in one go, which would just ruin my day completely. But like this, I think we're going to be okay. I could look at the suicide burn again. Got plenty of delta V. I think that calculation for the 2400 did not include any aero braking at all, which is good because that obviously means that I've completely estimated what's needed here. Don't think we can take off again. Not sure what you need to get from Duna up again, but we are 150 meters off terrain. I'm coming in nice and gently. That suicide burn thing is complete rubbish because it still says I've got 120 meters to go, which should be under the surface, which obviously is not what we want. We want to be landing on the surface, not on the water level. So you, my friend, are completely wrong. Okay, are you going to sit on that engine bell? I don't think you'll sit on it as standard, but we can do this. We can transmit that. The data has been done. We have received the data from Duna. Awesome. Right, and just as a curiosity, apparently to get from the surface of Duna to a low orbit, which is 60k orbit, you need 1,740 meters a second. We've got 1,008. I could technically get this back into orbit. Technically. This was really over-engineered. What's that? There's Kerbin. There is Kerbin. Hello, Kerbin. How are you? Wow. Okay. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that something worked. Because normally they don't. Normally they really don't. There we go. Transmitted back, just 100% sure. And yeah, normally things go terribly wrong for me. So, but yeah, that's surprising. I'm not really sure if I want to try and risk Ooh, really? Nope. Okay, it's got enough power to hold itself up, but it's not got enough power to stay. What's the word? It's got it doesn't have enough power to. It can't sit on its engine bell standard. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh, broken solar panels. Yep, knew I was going to do that. I was trying to lay it down nice and gently. That did not work. That was stupid. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, it didn't have enough to get home anyway. It could have just got back up into orbit. Not really of any use to anyone, so yeah. Well, that can sit on the surface. I think we will turn off information about its battery and signal because that just gets annoying. And yeah, you have done your job. You have obviously given us loads of money, so let's have a look-see. Okay, we're up to 630,000, which is awesome. That's not quite. I could send up the other part of the recycler where we can actually build chips with it, which would be interesting. The main thing is though that launching vessels, fuel is not that expensive. Fuel's not the big expensive part. It's the actual building of the ship that's expensive. So realistically, I need to get my moon miner going. And that would also complete this contract here, which would help. I could send that down and I could feed it I don't need to put any like scrap metal parts on it. I could just feed the smeltery directly. I think perhaps we do need a fuel producer and we need a we need a fuel producer and we need the smeltery system with rocket parts to build things. It's a big base. It's quite a big base to build in the moon. And unless I send rocket parts with it to start with, I don't really know how I could build it out there. Or I could send rocket parts into orbit, build it in orbit and then land it on the moon. That may not be a bad idea. Let's look into that. So this is our moon mining rig that we currently have on the moon. The only difference is obviously this one is fixed, so the convertrons work. We have one here that produces water electrolysis and hydrogen for monopropellant, and the other one does liquid fuel and oxidizer. So that's good. I'm going to increase their quality as well. I believe everything should be radiation, reliability. Ooh, something's not high quality. I don't know what. I'll figure that out later. But yeah, so something's not high quality on that, but whatever. However, this would work better if it was laying down, wouldn't it? It would work better if it was laying down. Also, I made these as procedural structure elements. I'm tempted to make them monopropellant drums instead, but yeah, if it was laying down, it would be just better all round. Luckily, we can kind of do that. If I did that, and also put them up here. Yeah, we'll put them on the windows. Why not? There we go. Okay, and then I had a look at the moon. Yeah, this could land on the moon without any real major problem. Solar panels. Suppose we could stick down here. It would be nice to get a nuclear reactor on this, but I don't know where I could put one. Maybe that'd be an upgrade for later, because these are power hungry. Let me show you. In the converter drum, go right down the bottom. Water electrolysis, 216 electric a second. To generate 216 EC, you need 8 of these Gigantor solar arrays in direct sunlight to produce that, and that's not including running anything else for the ship. So yeah, I mean, I could drop it down to converter. I could have 3 of those instead to do it, but I don't know. I'm kind of liking the idea of doing this and then bring in a nuclear reactor. Unfortunately, this nuclear reactor only produces 60, so we need 6, 12, 18, 24. We need 4 of them with cooling. That's a lot. We're probably, to go nuclear with this, we'd have to go the next stage, nuclear power. And instead we'd have to just basically run it for a minute and then let all the batteries recharge. That's kind of the only way I can foresee doing this. I do also need to put the landing legs on it properly, so we'll put 1. That's not right. Nope. Nope. Oh dear. What have I done? One there. What's ended? One there. And then I think we'll put 1 there. And 1 there. I think that's going to be centre of the craft. Let's have a look. That would also be a lot more stable. Where's the ground? There's the ground. That's through the ground. Yep. As the legs go through, they do that. That would be a lot more stable as well. Doing things. The centre of mass is way back there. That would work for the moon. I think that would be better. That would allow us to land there. I could always bring the centre of mass up by just adding shielding to the thing to help the Kerbals survive. But if I want to build this in orbit, I need 14,000 rocket parts. Wow, shielding is a lot. Okay. Yeah, so this would need 14,000 rocket parts. That is a lot. Obviously, I do need the food containers. Don't know why the water's empty. There's a waste container as well. Not sure why I've got a waste container. That should be. You know what? Let's get rid of that one. Don't need that one. There we go. That's going to help bring the stuff down. 12,000 now. And also we can upgrade these batteries because we have new batteries. Let's grab these and put these ones on instead. Like so. My building process is very much a whole of throw something together, have a look at it, see if I like it or not, then move things around, and then rinse and repeat. Basically, I never really have a plan of what I want to build. For this, for instance, I think I started with just having the convertertrons and going, well, I need 2 of them. Actually, I get 2 of them together, and then built something around it. And yeah, there's never any real sort of style, I suppose. It's very much more function over form. How I tend to work. If I move those engines back further, that's going to help. The landing gears can just go slightly more forward. So, and that looks good. I think that will be good. We will need a ladder to get up onto this thing. Be so kind to extend that. Thank you. Right, you're on this side. I think if I was to do that and then put in some more ladders around it. Normally I don't show my building process because it is all over the place. I'm not a fantastic builder. Some of my crafts are very, very plain and pretty boring. I would like to be able to build better. I'm very tempted to just go on a Steam Workshop, find things, then modify them to work with Kerbalism. Just add life support to them. I think that's pretty good. All my engines are absolutely level, because I really do hate when you put stuff together and then all of a sudden it's just one little tiny, like a meter the wrong way, and then when you fire the engines it all goes terribly wrong. And there we go, our thrust is pretty much under our centre mass. So yeah, obviously launching this into orbit isn't really an option. We don't have the money for it. It's not expensive, but the launch craft is for it. So it's going to be a case of building it in orbit, which means we need 12,000 rocket parts. 12,000 rocket parts. This container here contains 2,800. Ooh. That's not good, because get 12,000 rocket parts, which we need there. We would need 5 of those containers full. That's going to be complicated to do, because get 5 of those containers and fill them up is an awful lot of scrap. Or we could launch them. We could launch up, but I don't have storage for 5 of those up there. Wow. Okay. What do some of these do? That stores 11,000. Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. There we are. Right. We got 11. Yeah. So we would need one of those. Which would store 11,000 rocket parts. Nearly 12,000 rocket parts. And then a bit more. So I might have to just launch one of them into orbit. But that's the plan. Once we get there, of course, we can start producing fuel. We would have to send another craft as well, this sort of design, but with the smeltery and rocket lab in the centre instead. We wouldn't need the fuel, so we'd be okay for that. So yeah, I think the moon mining rig 2. That's our next plan. So when left with the choice of actually sending the moon mining rig up or sending the other parts of the recycler up so that we can build things in orbit, I thought we'd go with the recycler. It makes more sense to do it, and then we can build things, and hopefully we will be able to build that mining rig in orbit. It is touch and go on the rocket parts. We're going to need a lot of them, but I don't see it being a problem, to be honest with you. I think everything will be good, and everything will go awesomely, because it always does. And here we are on approach to the recycler with the second stage of this station. Get the camera correct. That's better. I am really worried here. I've got 63 meters a second of fuel left because although this should have got to orbit and done everything absolutely fine, it took a long time to get to orbit. So my estimations to meet this in orbit, I missed it. It flew by and I've had to catch it up. So yeah. We do have monopropellant though, so I'm not overly worried. Moho Eve and the moon in the background here. Yeah, it's just it is very, very slow at doing any sort of manoeuvre. Which is obviously to be expected, I suppose. It is a rocket workshop and loads of rocket storage. There's no rocket parts on it. Just storage and people. We have Kerbals on here. We do have quite a few. No, we don't have Kerbals on here. Why do we? Because once again, I save a ship with things in it, and completely forget that when you reload a ship in the VAB, if it's not a command module, the Kerbals get taken out. So we're going to have to launch another ship with Kerbals. That's fine anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's get these two docked together, shall we? Okay. Let's pop ourselves back here. I'm going to switch over to this and I'm going to... they are deactivated. You really do not want to be doing that. I am sorry about the noise of the RCS there. I have noticed they're quite loud. Don't know why that is. It just is, by the looks of it. Okay, so right. If I turn that like that, we have two docking ports, and they should align perfectly well with that craft over there. Of course, the problem to this is I'm not sure which way the well, if I control from there, aim for that one there, then I know this is going to roughly be lined up in the correct orientation. So let's move over. So just to target mode, please. Where do I go down? Where is my target? There it is. Okay, things do look kind of lined up, which is good as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of noise from the RCS thrusters and they're really not firing, so I don't know what is going on there, but something odd. Seems to be the SAS doing its thing. Switch to docking mode, shall we? That should shut them up. Okay, so are we lined up? Do we look straight? Looks pretty good to me, although we are going to miss the target. Oh, and there we go. We docked. Did both docking ports lock? No, that one did not. Well, okay. Okay, but you know what? I don't mind that one. I really don't mind that one. So there we go. We now have a rocket factory on here. We still don't have much scrap metal left. I grabbed a few other bits and pieces, but not a great deal yet. There's still loads floating around. So there is still more work to be done. However, that work shall have to wait until the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.